What's happening, everybody? This is Brian over at BPL Sports Cards and Collectibles. Come back to you with another brand new video. And today we are back from the National for 2026 in Chicago is finished, is wrapped up. It's been over with for about a day or so. We are talking on Monday, but we are back home. I just wanted to do a quick recap video of said card show. Very, very, very busy in this particular national this year. 2026 in Chicago was crazy to say the least. We were able to make a purchase of about, I think I have written down over $1,400, over 1,400 cards. Not $1,400. Although we probably came close to spending that much money somewhere over the course of the entire week. We were there for 4 of the 5 show days. We had a VIP pass, which allowed us to get in early all days of the show. We also were able to meet people and collaborate, say hi, stop by, buy things from certain particular vendors that we follow online, social media, such and such. We had some interesting things going on at the National this year. Lots of booths. I spent most of my time at various booths that had numerous dollar boxes or 50-cent boxes. That's what I love going to thrive through. Meeting up with the No Bangers podcast trio, Carrie, Rod, and Tim. I follow those guys online. I watch a lot of their stuff on YouTube. Hanging out on day one, talking to them as we were waiting to get into the show in the, I guess you can call it the lobby of the Donald E. Stevenson Center. And then after that, it was a lot of, I'd say, random scurrying, double checking everything outside in the show, looking for booths that I wanted to go visit and attack their boxes over the course. There was a couple of booths that I actually went to multiple times throughout the week, just because the inventory was so good. Shout out to Jacksonville Sports Cards. They got most of my attention, I believe, on Thursday morning, as they had a crazy amount of stuff to go through. And Bucks Cards, as far as I know, is what their table booth name was. I visited his booth probably 3 times throughout the week, attacking every different sport for each time I went there, because he had massive quantities of 4-row monster boxes of sleeved cards. And some of it, we also visited Greeny Sports. That was another vendor I wanted to check out. Found some cool PC stuff there for them. We also went to Gemini Sports, or the infamous 54321 table. And that there is kind of a legendary table at the National. We see that most of the times being very crowded, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, and you couldn't really get in there unless somebody was just leaving, and you have to kind of wait and watch and see what happens. But we were able to get in there at least on the day where everything was $3. And the way that concept works is that the first day everything is $5. The next day is 4, 3, and so on and so forth. I don't know if they actually managed to get to the $1 day, which would have been Sunday, but I would imagine they had sold out the rest of whatever they had on those boxes. But anyway, besides that, we were able to wheel and deal on the 3rd day, which would have been Friday for us. Upstairs in the upper level, we were talking to a few people. Kevin, or the Captain 37, he was a Massachusetts native that I know from just watching his Instagrams and any other Northeast sports card shows that I might have run into him. Was able to buy a couple of cards from him and check out his legendary inventory selection. Most people would know that the previous National, he was fortunate enough to sell Tom Brady cards to him of himself, which is wild in its own sense, but that's kind of got some notoriety from it last year through the National and whatnot. But You never know who's going to be running around the National. There's always plenty of autograph signers. I didn't stick around to do any autograph signings. I wanted to hit as many boxes and tables as I could possibly get to. Again, like I said, I picked up 1,400 plus cards this weekend from Wednesday to Saturday. We had a long drive to the National, being that we were from North Ennis, Mass, or Western Mass. It was roughly about 13 hours or so, just a little over 13 hours driving, passing through New York, Ohio, and Indiana, and then up into Illinois, Rosemount. So a lot of driving was done that this trip. I think we were guesstimating about 840, 850 miles one way. So hotels were we were a couple of minutes away from the show. We were able to drive in, pay for parking on every day that we were there. I probably won't be using the hotel I went to this year. Just kind of not thrilled with how everything went down with that hotel. I might look to move a little bit farther away from the show if I plan on just paying for parking every day of the show that I'm there anyway. But we have we had a good time. We had plenty of different places to eat, things to go see. We didn't do much outside of that because we were so busy with the show. All in all, I will, as soon as I can, whenever they make the announcement. I know next year is in Chicago as well. And I believe the following year after that, in 2028, it moves to Detroit. After that, I don't know after that when or where it's going to be. I'd imagine it'll be back in Chicago somehow. But it's just going to be one of those things where as soon as I see sales for VIP tickets, I'll gladly purchase them again. Those worked out pretty well for most of the days, getting in earlier than regular general admission. And it's just a overall just good time. Very, like I said, very busy. Lots of stuff to do. Trade nights, we missed the first trade night. We weren't aware that we had to have wristbands or bracelets to get in. So we were able to get the second, for Friday night, their wristband to get into the trade night. And trade night was just very, a lot of the tables in the VIP lounge, that's where it was held. Just kind of, for lack of better terms, it was just every customer trying to do their own versions of a dealer table, I guess you can say. I didn't really particularly care for trade night just because of the fact that I was on the show floor most of the day anyway, buying things. So trying to buy things at a trade night or trade anything at a trade night just kind of lost its appeal for me. Next year, I probably will just skip any and all trade nights unless there's something that happens to really grab my attention. But all in all, I would rather just spend most of my time and effort and money onto the show floor. That's where a lot of the deals that I was making there, buying in bulk, I guess if you can say, if I was making massive quantities of piles of cards to bring back here to sell online and or for future sales down the road. But all in all, I thought it was a good national. We didn't get to last year's. Our first national was in Cleveland in 2024. We couldn't make it out last year. So this was our second attempt at going to national. I'm hoping to make it an annual, once a year thing to go and see and use these opportunities to pick up more cards to bring back that I normally can't find up in this general region of the country. Being that you're in the Midwest, most New England cards aren't outside of Tom Brady and or Hall of Famer cards from this area. New England based people are going to be a little easier to obtain. Most people in that area don't particularly collect the Boston teams, being the Celtics or Red Sox or Patriots. Saw lots of stuff in different cases that we saw was pretty well. There was a price range for everybody. Quarter boxes, 50-cent boxes, $1 boxes, all the way up to you know, multi thousands of dollars cards inside showcases, which I spent less time even looking at that. It was cool to see some, but it's outside of my price range. I know now next year in 2027, I will be, from here on out till then, I will be working on making a bigger bankroll for spending as I'm there. Uh, I didn't go with a ton of money. I just tried to sell off a lot of stuff prior and a month ahead to build enough bankroll to be able to have a little bit of fun and spend some money. We know we're going to try to work harder for next year. So the Roll to National 2027 starts now. We're going to start selling as much as I can. I am going to look into trying to open up my Whatnot channel. In addition to selling on eBay, which most of anybody who follows me knows that I'm on there. Right now, I just have to go through the process for selling and start actually physically having live shows. Just have to do some logistics and figuring out how to manufacture shipping and whatnot for Whatnot, since they have standards to uphold. But that's another revenue venture we're going to explore and get involved in. Hopefully, I gather enough following people, or on my Whatnot account, there's a little over 100 followers now. I'm following more than I have followers, but you never know. It's just another venture and an avenue that I want to pick people's brains who already do Whatnot. They were there at the National this year, and I never really got a chance to go and chit chat with them, seeing as I was concentrating on buying or picking up sports cards. But this is about the end of this particular show recap video. Stay tuned, as I will go over every card that we bought from the National in our National Pickups video. That'll be coming out soon, so stay tuned, and we will catch you down the road. Peace.